Hello, 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 hello. I need to test and just double check that the volume's working. Oh, I see it, but I can't click on it. I hope you guys are having a good day. And whoops, I'm going to start this over. I have so many apps open. I thought I need to mix paints, so I thought you could join me while I mix some paints. I am behind on so much stuff. Oh, there's that. Oh, there we go. It works. Nice. I wanted to get this on to make sure the volume worked and so I can see your comments so I can respond if there is any. And if you're watching this on replay, I'll respond later. So welcome to my channel. I've been a little absent from YouTube for a little bit because I'm doing a lot of back-end work on my Paint Pour Academy website, and I have 20 classes posted on that website about fluid art, acrylic paint pouring, resin art, and next week, fingers crossing, I will have another one posted, and I'm super excited about this one also because it's a color theory course for fluid artists. And I'm excited about it because color theory is something that I've kind of struggled with a little bit, and I'm glad that I'm able to bring you what I've researched, what I've learned, and I'm curious to see what you guys think about it. So go check it out. That's be posted hopefully next week if all goes well. I have a couple more things to add to it, but it'll be fun. So in this live, I thought we would mix some paints, and pardon my giant mess. Cleaning is one of my things on the list, and it keeps getting thrown down to the back burner, but we'll get there. So let me just make sure we are good to go on this. Set that aside. And I am going to switch my camera so you can see another mess on my desk. Ta-da! Another mess. Oh, let's do this one. Oh, there I am. Hi! But I am mixing some acrylic paints. I thought you guys could just join me, hang out. We can chat a little, ask any questions if you're new to paint pouring. I would love to help you. And I am just using Floetrol, just basic US latex-based Floetrol for my pouring medium. And I shook it up about a half hour ago before I started setting up, so I'm going to give it a good shake now. Shake, shake, shake. I like the smaller containers of Floetrol. They're easier to deal with. I have all my paints. I'm using some Artist Loft paints. That was an old project. I'm telling you, I got a mess everywhere. Liquitex paints, all these colors. I picked 10 colors because at Walmart today, I went and bought 10 brand new condiment containers. And I had kind of a hard time finding these in Walmart. They are now in the cake decorating aisle or the party aisle. And I thought they would be in with the kitchen accessories. Nope. I found some high-end fancy schmancy ones there, but I couldn't find any others. So let me know where you get your condiment containers. Usually I get them on Amazon, but because of my lack of planning and I had some free time today, I just went to Walmart. These were $2.17 each, and Amazon, they're 6 ounces. Amazon, I think for 6, we're going to be like $14.99 or something. So this is a little bit better of a deal. Not much, you know, to break the bank or anything, but, you know, Walmart was there, so I did it. So for my recipe, my little mixing recipe that I'm going to be using, it's just a basic standard one. It's not meant for any technique specifically. It's just for me to have paint that's mixed, and once I get it mixed into these containers, then if I'm doing a specific technique that needs thinner paint, like a Dutch pour, you know, then I can pour a little bit out, thin it, do whatever I need to do, and at least it's a little quicker and a little time saving for me, since I have more time now to mix paint. And then when I'm crushed for time, I have time to do a technique, because the techniques, you know, they take a lot less time than mixing these paints. So I will be ready to go. So let's just start doing it. Here is a 9-ounce cup. I marked 6 ounces for this to fit into here. I am going to do 1 part paint, 3 parts flood Floetrol. And by 1 part, I am estimating 1 part. I'm not actually going to weigh it. I'm not going to measure it, any of that. I've been doing this for 8 years now, so I can eyeball it pretty good, and the consistencies generally are fine. These paints tend to be a little more heavy-bodied paint, so I do tend to use a little bit less paint and more flood Floetrol. And, you know, as the paints sit, they get thicker. So sometimes you just got to add water to it anyhow. So just as a general guide, that is what I'm doing. So let's start with a green. This is Hooker's Green. I thought this was such a pretty color. It's not like grass green or shamrock green or anything. It's just a nice, rich, kind of deeper green. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to eyeball my 1 part. And can you... That's kind of hard. I wish I could have my side camera set up just to help, but my little 1 part, I'm starting like that. Maybe I'll add a little bit, just another squeeze more. And my flood Floetrol. When I started paint pouring, these had orange caps on them. Now they have white caps. I have learned orange cap Floetrol, you have to strain. White cap Floetrol, you don't have to strain. Not necessarily. Sometimes you get little stringy things, especially if you've opened it before. So, I don't know if you can see. Oh, look it. I could have just shown you on my front camera. I am going below my line just so I have room to flex and move. Get that out of the way. My giant stir stick jumbo. And stirring. Look how pretty this green is. Nice. I used this Hooker's Green on a St. Patrick's Day collaboration I did earlier this year. And it dried perfect. Almost kind of has like a gold hue to it, but not really. I'm going to put the cap on there real quick. It's just so pretty. It's rich. Almost looks like a luxurious green. Okay. Yep, this is what we're doing today. We're just mixing some paint. And I got several projects on my list, and I just need to get on it. And, ooh, that looks beautiful. Okay, taking my giant stir stick. Let me do it up here first. See if you can see. There we go. Do you see how it makes the mound? I know my cameras aren't the best for this. I think it's my lighting, but not sure. Let's try over here. But do you see how it runs steady off the stick? And it doesn't stick? It's almost like a stream. If you do want to compare it to warm honey, that's great. Cream that you pour in your coffee, a heavy cream. That's what it is. And I see a stringy. That probably came from my Floetrol. As I said, I didn't need to strain it. Maybe it's better I do. It's alright. Look at there. Okay. I got this mixed. This is pretty good. I'm going to just drop it in to my cup. Now I went slightly under that line, which is fine. Probably could have gone more, but I'm okay with that. Let me see if I can just get the rest in here, and then we will clean the cup and go to the next one. So, let me know how you mix your colors. What pouring mediums do you use? Do you pre-mix like I'm doing, or do you just mix as you go? I kind of do both. I pre-mix, and then I find out I run out of time to like have some quality paint mixing time. So then I'm like, okay, I'll just mix as I go because I'm just using these colors just for this. Okay. Now this one didn't fill the whole thing, which is fine. Because what I might do, since I have a little bit of room, I'm just going to put a little squirt of paint. And then a little more Floetrol. And a mix. And there we go. I love paint pouring. I've had several in-person classes this year, which I'm super happy about, because last year was slow. Last year was just hard on the family. And, you know, we had a couple passings in the family, had a birth in the family, had all sorts of just weirdness. My car that I had for 9 years, the transmission dropped. Had to get a new car. You know, you just get all these setbacks. And it's just a bummer, because it's just like, no, I want to paint. But I am grateful for my little grandbaby. Grandbaby number 3. I have a 3-year-old granddaughter, 1.5-year-old grandson, and then a 5-month-old grandson. So they're all younger. That I filled to the top. And that'll be just fine. Give it a shake. I don't need a label. I mean, you could if you wanted to write a Sharpie saying that it was Hooker's green, but I'm okay with that. I don't need to. So I'm going to set this aside, take my green, drop it underneath, and I'm going to clean my stick real quick so I can reuse it. And, whoops, I should have put a glove on this hand too. Thought I'd be okay not, but I'm going to go ahead, because I make a giant mess. So, with my Paint Pour Academy, the back end stuff I've been working on are my classes and the Artist Spotlight program. That is a program that I started last year, and it highlights artists that from just around the world. And these artists can be people just starting out. These artists are people that have already been, you know, well known in their communities, and just anyone. And it is so much fun to participate in this program and to get to know people. We have a private Facebook group that is optional to participate in, and we were doing monthly collaborations, but it just gets so hard with the holidays and everyone just, you know, getting involved in their own thing. So I just started right now at last month to do a monthly update with what we're doing, which has been a big success, and people have been joining it. So if you are an artist, you don't have to be well established, you just need to be an active fluid artist. Go to paintpouracademy.com And you can go look for the Artist Spotlight program. It's under the About section. You'll see Artist Spotlight link. And fill out the form. And we will be in touch. Let me see. Oh, this one is so pretty. I'm just going to squeeze all the color. I used to have a toothpaste roller, but I don't know where I put it. So we'll just do that. This color, bright aqua green. And there's my 1 part. One part paint. And I'm just going to fill this all the way up because I had room in that one. This is a green toned one. I'm just going to reuse it. I wiped the green paint off. There's not enough on here to make a difference with this color. I will use a clean one for the white though. And I might do the white one next. That's one I should have started with. Mixing the paints. Let's see. The Artist Spotlight program we talked about. And another thing I started this year with my website is the membership program. So for $15 a month, you can subscribe to the website. I'll access to all of my courses. Right now I've got 20 of them. And you can learn resin art and fluid art with me. It is a terrific program that I've started. I am having so much fun. I love it. People have just given me so much great feedback from it. I have downloads in every course that you can download, workbooks, handouts, and if you want a sneak peek, my hands are all, let me get. The one I'm going to be releasing next week, I'll give you a sneak peek of a handout. It is Color Art Theory for Fluid Artists. And this is just a quick overview of the primary to secondary colors, secondary, tertiary colors, warm versus cool colors, complementary, contrast colors, analogous color flow, shades, tints, and tones. There's so much to learn about color, and I have learned most fluid artists don't know. They've never taken a color theory test, a class, and you don't need to be a complete expert in color theory, but you should know some basics because it'll help your pieces pop. Because all too often I have seen people combine orange and umber and rust, give it a little mix, and then all of a sudden it's brown. And they're like, what happened? I'm like, well, let's talk about a little basics here. But as we know, fluid art is unpredictable. But if you can know just a little bit about color, just learn the basics. And I have another worksheet to help with that. And I just have to finish another project with this course, and then it will be released hopefully next week. And it is part of the membership program. So you can buy it on its own, which it'll probably be like $40 on its own. Or you can sign up for the membership. It's a subscription, $15 a month. And you get that course along with all of my courses. And every month I am putting out new courses. So if you have anything you want to learn about, let me know. One of my courses in there is the Ice Princess doodling course, and it comes with my template that I used for my Ice Princess. So what I did, I made a blue, beautiful blue paint pour, just different shades of blue and white. It was so cool. But I was like, what am I going to do with this? It needs to be something. So I decided to draw an Ice Princess on it, and I used a black acrylic pen I outlined it. It turned out so good. It's just a doodle. I love it. And I decided to create a template from that painting. And it is in that course. And you get it as a free download in case you would like to do it on your art. Oh, that works so perfect. Look at this. I love this color. Look at this color. It is so pretty. And this one is bright aqua green. Okay. Got this one filled up. Filled, unfilled. Okay. And then I am just wiping these out and letting them dry, because they can be reused with the dry paint in them, because it's dry. And I can also go just rinse them out with water. But I don't want all this paint going down my drain either. And it's not a lot, but it's enough to stick in my sink and make double work cleaning. So I'm just doing it this way. And I have been using silicone mixing cups, but I have them on order. Thought I ordered them a couple months ago. I'm waiting and waiting. Like, where are they? It helps if you hit the submit button. That's all I'm going to say. That was trash. That's that color. Set that aside. See if I get more paint out of it later. Oh, my kitties want in. Hi, kitties. Nope, can't come in. Okay. Oh, I said I was going to do white, so let's do it. This one is iridescent white. Oops. Getting aqua all over my hands. And I am wearing gloves to help clean up. I'm going to watch my grandkids later tonight. That's why I have some free time right now. Okay. This is a beautiful iridescent white. Holy cow. And this is at the end of its life too. How about that? Yeah, I highly recommend those toothpaste tools to get the last out. Now this one I'm going to do a little bit more than one part. And look at iridescent white. Can you see how shimmery that is already? Look how pretty. And, okay, it's on the outside. Just want to make sure it's not iridescent aqua. Okay, I'm going to put this in there and get a new stir stick and stir it. And there we go. Easy peasy. So this Sunday, my sister and I will be at the Michaels in Tucson at Orange Grove and River, Orange Grove, Thornydale. They're having an open house event for creators. And my sister makes handmade all-natural soaps. She colors her soaps all natural, just using nature and earth. And it's pretty amazing how much science goes into that. It's like, holy cow. And she is so good at what she does. She's mastered it, and she teaches courses over at my Soapy Friends. And she has a YouTube also. Let me shut this door. And I'm just going to add a little more of this into it. I might need a little water because I added that extra bit of paint. It is thicker. But it's pretty. It's just beautiful iridescent. Almost done. Got some paint clips to finish. Okay. And I'm going to pour a little water Oh, that's my drinking water. Oh well. Have you done that? Accidentally use your drinking water, not your painting water. Okay. Look how nice this is. Okay, whoops. Look how pretty. Iridescent, iridescent amazingness. Okay, put that in here. Oh, how lovely. I do enjoy mixing paints. It is so therapeutic and calming, and just seeing the pretty colors and the things combining and the making of the mess. Okay, got that done. Gonna grab another towel. Usually I do this paint mixing in my kitchen so that way I can clean out my cups right away and then reuse right away. But I thought it'd be fun if you can do this with me today. Just for a little bit at least. We don't have to do all of it. And feel free to ask me any questions. Let me know what your techniques are, what your ratios are, what you like to do. What's your favorite technique? I've been thinking about my favorite technique because I love them all. I like the flip cup because, you know, I love teaching that in my classes because everyone is just the magic and the maze and holy cow, you know, it's so much fun. The swipe, I love doing swipes. Oh, I can do so much with swipes. Next, project I'm working on soon is gonna call for that. And the Dutch pours, love Dutch pours. I love using the hairdryer. I love the unpredictability about it. I love how you can, you know, guide the paints and then turn it into something it's not. Whoops. This is primary blue. Puddle pours, I love. Simple, basic technique. And stunning results. Especially if you use the right colors. And with the puddle pour, I found if you use a black or white with your colors, so you layer, you put a black down, you put a color, then a black, then a color, then a black. So you use the black as the dividing layer. Oof. Turns out stunning. Never had one go wrong. The only time they do go wrong is when I use too much paint, and then I have to tilt so much off. But I'm better at that. I don't do that so much anymore. Okay. Oh, that's a little thicker. That's my drinking water. Okay. I think I need to go grab a fan in here. It's very humid outside. It did rain a lot on Sunday, which is nice. And it needs to rain more. We need the rain. Holy cow. Not much of a monsoon season for us down here in Tucson. Oh, this is so yummy. Look at that. It's such a great color. Mmm. Okay. We did that. And pouring it into my condiments. And then I'm going to have my colors ready for my quick projects coming up. I'm super excited. It helps to take time just to prep, clean, get organized. If you find yourself lost and depressed because you don't have time, make a list. A little every day. baby steps. And if you ever need a book to read about self-improvement, try The Slight Edge. Oh, and I can't remember who it's by. Fantastic book about taking small steps every day to improve something. So, in your art, say you're just now starting. You're not going to start off where I'm at right now, right? Because I've been doing this for eight years now. You're going to start off with you. So don't compare yourself. Start off where you are. Do the thing. Let it dry. Evaluate. Get 10% better your next time. A little bit better. Find something you don't like about it. Change it. Do it. Let it dry. Get a little bit better. Easy peasy. So, we got 4 colors mixed. I'm going to go find a fan, and then I'll come back and do this. But thank you. Let me switch my cameras. Thank you for joining me for this painting. Just a little offhand, last-minute live painting. Go check out my courses, paintpouracademy.com, and go check out my membership program. If you're an artist, go look at the Artist Spotlight program at paintpouracademy.com. Go fill out the contact form, and then we'll be in touch. Awesome, fun community. You'll love it. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next video.